unbeatable.
Yeah. Well, and I want to start on an interesting note. The gold board. In fact, we've had a couple of discussions on the gold board.
Yeah.
A few things they've done, aside the fact that they have been stricter with ensuring that the law, their mandate is not played with or toyed with. They've also done two things. The gold board jewelry, where they are looking at adding more value. Then I also hear nowadays, because one of the suggestions you made is that Ghanaians should be able to buy and own gold. So they are now doing these gold tablets that are available for sale. Now, two things that they've done. What do you think? Are those the things we're expecting?
Well, yes, that and more. Anyway, let me. We started off when I did not greet your viewers and those listening. So permit me to greet them. Look, yes, I think that they are trying to be innovative, and that's the only way they can be sustainable.
Okay.
The gold rallies we saw, or we've witnessed this year in particular, it's so because of the economic uncertainties.
Okay.
There has been a sharp rise in economic uncertainties with the U.S., China, the trade war, and European and the tariffs and all that. The European war, the NATO and Russia and all that have created a certain platform for the gold rallies to not stop. And still, it hinges on strongly.
Okay.
Yes, we have to be innovative, and then we have to go beyond what we are doing. I think it is a step in the right direction, but we should go beyond it.
Okay.
We should create an attitude in the Ghanaian.
Okay.
It's not about introduction. The Ghanaian businessman must understand that there is another currency available to us called gold.
Okay.
Well, it sounded like radio gold. and that instead of savings in USD, I can let go of the USD and hold on to gold.
Okay.
And that is when I would say that we are getting to that place.
Okay.
Because what we need to do, and must not lift our foot off, is the fact that we must ensure that our currency remain a strong and a formidable currency to deal with.
Okay.
Gold does not bring us a direct revenue, but it brings us a lot of foreign exchange, as we have witnessed in this fiscal year.
Okay.
And therefore, we must make it sustainable. Now, if the gold prices should crash today to the levels they were in 2022, will our Cedi hold? No, it won't. And therefore, we must take on every opportunity to ensure that gold and our gold will be used at all time to shore up the strength in our currency. Now, when you have taken what Ghana produces and put on the market, out of the international market, even 50% of that, out of the international market, and it can be traded in here locally in Ghana, and you would allow, just like we allow people, non-residents, to be bondholders in this country, we can also allow people who are non-residents to buy our gold and make sure our gold stays in.
Okay.
You will have it in any of your banks.
Okay.
Right? And can be traded in locally.
Okay. Explain that.
Okay. So if the gold board has a platform,
okay,
where I go, I put money in, I buy a gram, an ounce of gold in there, right? And either in coins, in tablets, what have you. And I can go back and sell to the gold board as well.
Okay.
What it means
I
is that
bought the gold, but I can sell it back.
I can sell it back.
Okay.
To you. It is just like owning shares.
Okay.
On the stock exchange. We have not been minded about the stock exchange. Yeah. And I don't think we are interested in in developing a young American college student knows how to trade on the stock market. A university graduate in Ghana has no clue how to trade because we have made it so cumbersome. I had to walk to a broker, do this, go through that. Whereas with my identification, proper identification and what have you, and my bank account, I can trade elsewhere and put my money behind. Look, 50 trillion of the monies being used for regarding businesses in the U.S. does not belong to the people and citizens of the U.S. It belongs to outsiders.
$50 trillion.
Yes. So we are funding the U.S. We need to sanitize our system and ask people to come here and trade here rather than taking the gold out and doing the easy thing, just selling and taking the foreign currency.
Okay.
We'll be doing the same thing and doing it even better if we can trade in the gold here locally. And I think that has been suppressed so well, which is not right. I'm unable to buy Ghanaian gold, but it's so easy for me to buy gold in Canada, trade in gold coin, buy, and when I feel the prices are right, I can sell.
So as you sit here,
yes,
when you have the money,
yes,
you can buy a gold coin, a gold in Canada.
Oh, it's simple. It can be even mailed to you.
If you want it.
If you want it.
But it's much more difficult to do that in Ghana.
You can't.
So the idea that the gold board is not exactly what you're proposing.
Well, it is a step in the right direction.
Okay.
But that is not the finality. That is not what we need.
Okay.
What we need is a proper trade.
Okay. Okay.
I just imagine I hail from Obuasi. I am not from Obuasi. I'm from Ododo Gamashi. And I know gold is mined here in my hometown. But I can never own gold. I can never hold gold as savings, as a store of value. Nothing. And so for somebody who understands what gold is, you are forcing that person to go and deal in the gold or trade in it illegally. So by making it available for trade, you are killing two birds with one stone.
Okay. So the step that they have taken to develop these tablets is one step.
It's
They made the gold available.
Yes.
The second one is create a platform through which these can be traded. So what that means is that I can buy the gold but still not hold it in my custody.
Yeah.
It's with the gold board.
Yes, or your bank.
Okay.
So it can be transferred to your bank.
Okay.
If I should buy it, instead of it coming to me physically, it can be transferred to the safe of my bank.
Okay.
Right? And then when I want to sell it, it's transferred to the person who is available to pick it up.
Okay.
Or even the gold board can pick it up itself.
Okay. So even a gold board can buy it.
Yes. But that is how you make multiple money out of money.
Okay.
Gold is money. But the moment you start the trading of it locally and moving it around, today it belongs to Sena, tomorrow it belongs to me. The price variables are what makes us money, or sometimes we lose money on it. Right? So if we were doing this before, there would have been a lot of people today who would have put their gold up for sale. If I had bought gold in 2022, when the prices were around, let's say, 2,000, today I see an opportunity to sell and make money.
And there'll be other people,
and there'll be other people who are prepared to take it up.
I see.
So when a business has excess cash, has more assets, liquid assets, and they feel, look, we need to save because we don't have use for that money today, then they will not choose a better store of value than the Cedi, which is the US dollar, or the pound sterling, or the euro. They will choose gold. And once people start dumping, industries start dumping the foreign currencies for gold, our currency will remain stronger.
I see. That's quite an interesting one. Well, so that's the next step you're expecting from the leadership will come from the Finance Ministry, BOG, Gold Board.
Yeah.
In tow. Okay. And of course, the discussion around the Cedi and its performance. In fact, for now, it looks like we are able to rein in the Cedi when we want.
Yeah.
You said that's largely due to the control of the gold.
Yes, largely due to gold's rallies. The way price of gold has seen a significant increase, bringing in a lot of foreign exchange. And then on top of that, we do not have that elevated responsibility on our head or obligation on our head to service debts and all that. I mean, the call on us, it's a bit manageable because of where we find ourselves with the DDEP and also with some of negotiations that were going on, some concluded, some not concluded yet. All together have helped to see the Cedi being strong. I would say that the fiscal discipline should also be given some credit, at least looking at the numbers up to July. It looks like expenditure has been, checked in a way. I'm not too surprised because you have someone with a base of an accountant in there, and I've always called for that Ghana does not need these finance people and economists who are so futuristic in nature. You need people who are prudent and historical. What happened in the past should actually tell me what to do today and guide me into the future. And that is the accountant, and my bias is towards accountant any day. We saw that in Banredu, right? And we saw the Safumafos and Ofuriates and Setekbe, a typical accountant also. You saw what they did. And you saw the, futuristic people, what they also did. And I think we should be guided and we should be minded about it going forward, how we choose finance ministers.
So prudence for you so you are impressed with the prudence?
I am impressed, but not satisfied.
You're still not satisfied?
Yes.
What else were you expecting? A lot more prudence.
Well, I think that one, when the opportunity arises, we will talk back now.
I see, but because one of the interesting things,
I think one of the things we should do, and this current budget mentioned it. I mean, the finance mentioned it, the issues we have in terms of our wages and salaries in this country. I thought that we should have taken a bolder step to rationalize the system a bit. I still do not understand why I pay salaries, right? And the salaries, the ratio to my revenue is basically less than 2.
Okay.
It should be by 5 times. My revenue should pay at any time should pay 5 times of my wage bill.
Okay.
If not, I'm not in business.
Because right now we understand it's around over 40%.
Yes.
Of tax revenue goes into.
Exactly. So it's like you are working. You are telling me that the productivity level is 0. That's what you are telling me. So you employ people. We understand. Yes, the place like the military will not bring you income and all whatever. We do understand, but again, just looking at the figures tells me that we are overstaffed.
Okay.
The efficiency level is too low.
Okay.
And it has to be propped up.
Okay.
Bottom line. And that's why I say in certain places, I am not satisfied.
Okay. So you expect that. So when you say rationalize, what are you thinking about?
Well, those who need to be there must be there. Those who don't need to be there must not be there. Government's business must be taken serious. It is not about pleasing people. No. Look, the government cannot be the number one employer for us to succeed as a nation or get to where we want to.
Okay.
There are a lot of things that we can do to get there.
Okay.
You know, I don't see why one country claims it's overpopulated, yes, yet is unemployment figures are okay. And another, which is not overpopulated, cannot employ its workforce. You see, go to sector by sector and look at the per capita income of all those sectors. And you will realize that what we have as a national per capita income, which we feel is not sufficient and must go up, starts at the sector levels. And let's correct the issues within.
Okay.
Is the cocoa sector not overly staffed?
Overly staffed?
Yes.
So maybe you're talking about an institution like Cocobot.
It's overly staffed. Even the farmers, they are overly staffed.
How? Farmer?
Yes.
How can you say?
Well, that would be for another day.
I see.
Yeah, because in time past, we were using about 17% of our workforce in the cocoa sector. And yet, what it was making us.
We're not making now.
Yes.
In fact, we are running at losses nowadays, even though the cocoa prices are quite high. So interesting. But there's also the matter of inflation. Looking quite good.
Yes, looking quite good. But for me, there are a lot of cracks in our inflation.
Cracks?
Yes. I would say cracks. And, yes, inflation has been slowed. But prices are still in somewhat way pushing up.
Okay.
This is what I see, I feel. So, yes, if you look at the basket, it is right and all that. Food prices still leading and not encouraging.
Okay.
What we have now is purely backed by the strength in the currency.
Okay.
not by the physical side, not by production.
Okay.
Not that production has gone up.
Okay.
And therefore there is more food on the market, and therefore we can buy. What is happening is strongly hinged on the fact that the macro side has really pulled out a lot of liquidity from the system.
Okay. That's what you think is driving the inflation now?
Yes. So making money more scarce.
Okay.
And therefore it will push prices down in somewhat. I think, yes, some prices have been pushed down, but it is not still at the level that the moment those cracks that exist already opens up a bit, we will be able to sustain these gains.
Okay.
And that is where the risk is. And the issue is, are we promised that those variables will stay the same in 2026? And even worse, in 2027, 2028. Mind you, we will soon be off the IMF program.
Yes.
Are we going to bet that gold will stay where it is?
Okay.
Are we going to bet that the cocoa prices we are enjoying now will stay the same? And that is why the last time I came here, I did mention that we need to broaden the base.
Yeah.
It cannot be oil, it cannot be cocoa, it cannot be. We should go back and look at rubber. We should go back and look at the aluminium industry. We should go back and look at the palm industry. Okay. I see the finance minister making some moves in terms of the palm industry. I mean, we cannot be wrong about palm.
Okay.
If we should invest in that, and it should be, we should take a very serious look into that area. If only Africa is our target.
Africa.
If only Africa is our target.
Even if we were supplying to only Africa.
Only Africa.
We will still be doing very well.
More than well. Africa requires over 4 million tons.
I see.
Of palm oil. Why should we feed the Malaysians with foreign currencies when here, right here, we can get those monies coming here? And that is another thing about our export. You know, there was a time I came here, I said, I don't believe in those after and all that.
Okay.
And it has been several years now. I ask you, this one, I'm the host. I ask you, how is after doing?
In fact, I haven't paid much attention to it. But the interesting aspect of it also is that you're talking about the oil palm, which the minister seems very interested in. We'll see what moves he will make in the budget. But clearly, you think that, what do you expect him to do if he believes that oil palm is the way to go?
Well, I don't want to be personal here.
Okay.
But I need to say it, that we brought in the Malaysian, I was very instrumental in bringing in the Malaysian Palm Oil Council to Ghana. Okay. And a certain finance minister says it's not interested in palm. They can go away. And so they packed their bag and baggage, rolled up, and left Ghana. What we need to do is very simple. It is to say you need, let's say for every plantation, you need about 64 hectares of land.
Okay. 64 hectares?
Yes. 64 hectares of palm.
Okay.
I mean, for any... and then if you can get at a particular place, 64,000 hectares.
Okay.
So, for instance, it can move from village to village.
Okay.
And it's one plantations, but you have the owners of the land being shareholders.
Okay.
Right, those who provide the land becomes the shareholders, and the plantations are done in such a way that every month there will be an harvest. Once they are up to that stage, there will be a harvest of almost every month, and that is like a $700 a ton.
$700 a ton.
Yes, and the good thing about it is that you have a lot of things coming. That is if you want to just trade in the fruit.
Okay.
But normally what they do is to put a factory in every plantation. And the basic things is to get the kernel, to get the vegetable oil, the palm oil, and the kernels are used normally for producing energy for the plant that powers the factories on the plantations.
No, I'll come back to that point. And of course, I'll come back to the issue of rice, which we have also been talking about shortly. I need to take my last break. I operate... I am automated when it comes to adverts, so I need to do with this now. We'll be back shortly.
Gasaba, gasaba. Smoke from firewood and charcoal is harmful and as damaging to our lungs as diseases leading to stroke and may even affect our eyesight in the long run. Grandmothers, mothers, sisters, wives, men, caterers, and everyone still cooking with charcoal, let's switch to LPG gas. The National Petroleum Authority has introduced the cylinder recirculation model in collaboration with local partners to make gas more accessible in all local communities. Whether you own a cylinder or not, join our CRM initiative. Simply show up at any exchange point near you with a small down payment to receive a filled cylinder or swap your empty one. Regular safety checks will be in place. Say ebisa mo say mo gas. Afi de gasaba. Switch from firewood and charcoal to gas for a better and healthier life. This message is brought to you by the National Petroleum Authority and the Ministry of Energy.
Fly Emirates and start your unforgettable family holiday the moment you board. Unwind and relax with up to 6,500 channels of movies, TV shows, games, and music. Savor your regionally inspired meals served with complimentary drinks, while the little ones stay entertained with over 250 dedicated kids channels and cool activity packs. Fly better to Dubai and beyond with daily flights from Accra. Fly Emirates, fly better.
Luck is everywhere for everyone.
The winning season is back, but this time I am collecting the wins like jollof at a wedding. The luckiest season 3 is here. Your chance to flip your luck or maybe your bank accounts too.
2 easy ways to join. Dial *712#. Hit 1 to buy for you or 2 to gift a friend. Feeling lucky? Pick 1 for a random number or hit 2 to choose your own. Pay with mobile money. Done. You're in.
Or go to theluckiestafrica.com, click community tickets, choose your number or let the system do so for you. You can buy a ticket for your boo or your favorite barber. Pay with Mumu or card if you are abroad.
1 ticket could turn your 1 Ghana Cedi into 500 times more. And the whole community could win 10 times over.
Dial *712# or log on.
Let's get lucky together because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
So adie siesika na rini car ane compute Ghana cashback season na san bebiem we dey esni sales and san sene discount bia eye cashback sales festival woni ediga che emre na so se ye beche wade so IT ho niema mobile phones and home appliances e wo compute Ghana showroom e wo Ghana fane nyina nenya discount cashback and surprise gifts amunumu wa na dey den say wo invoice no e ma wakwenya e ma wutumi di draw ni mu prensa e ho e na betumi edi biribi te sɛ TV, laptops, phones, sika, ɛna afei nso akyɛdeɛ kɛseɛ. Ebusua, a brand new SUV. Wei, ɛnyɛ dwadie kɛkɛ o. Ɛyɛ afahyɛ ankasa. Ɛfiri October ekosi December. Didwa, sie sika, n'enya nneɛma kɛseɛ. Boru a CompuGhana showroom biara. Wobɛtumi ashop online ɛwɔ www.compugana.com. Frɛ yɛn 0302-752020. Saa dwumadie, NLA, ɛne Caritas Lottery Platform nsa hyɛ aseɛ.
Do you know what listeners like about our station? It's everything.
I like everything. I love Radio Gold 90.5.
Well, just a quick reminder that if you're looking for fully furnished 1 and 2 bedroom apartments, you need to speak to HR Residences. HR Residences. Their apartments are impeccably maintained for both short and long-term stays. Every unit feels like it was designed for royalty or perhaps a president. And the apartment comes with the HR lounge, so that when it's time to unwind, you know where to go to. You can save a mouth-watering grills, gourmet local delicacies, and live band performances every weekend with the HR Lounge. And don't miss their karaoke nights and experience so fun. You want to come back every week. So for a perfect blend of comfort, taste, and entertainment, HR Residences and HR Lounge delivers emotional satisfaction worth every city. You can find them on Dansoman High Street. For bookings and enquiries, call the number 0593 867 086. HR Residence and HR Lounge. Simply class redefined. And I still have in studio Nii Yarboi Annan, who's a financial analyst. Today being budget day. We'll just spend a few more minutes on the issue of the budget before we hand over to DJ Kofi. And Nii was just talking about the matter of the palm. In fact, Alaska has that video of the minister actually visiting the Benzo oil palm. Yes. It's a famous oil palm plantation in this country. They've been at the business for so long. Are they as big as they were?
No, I don't think so. I think they are also listed on the stock exchange, and I don't think they are doing so well in the...
I see. You're saying that for that kind of situation, you're talking about land. So you need land. You're also talking about, if you're looking at oil palm, let the people bring the land and let them partly own the farms.
Exactly.
And you're also talking about establishing factories, processing factories on the farm.
On the farms.
I see.
Yeah.
And for that kind of arrangement, are you expecting government to fund it or private? What was the funding arrangement that you're thinking?
Well, how did we fund oil? We don't need government to fund it.
Okay.
We need government to lead the process.
Okay.
You know, the moment government funds it, government will dominate.
Okay.
Will decide who owns what.
Okay.
Who does what and who... No, that's not what we want.
Mm-hmm.
What the system requires is that just lead the way.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that you show people the benefits. And then call up for them to bring over their lands and what have you. All the funding maybe government can support the farmers with is providing the seedlings, the enhanced seedlings, which is not for free.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be for free, because when the farms or the plantation starts making incomes, that can be handled. They will pay back.
Okay.
Even the factories are supposed to be owned by the shareholders.
Okay.
Which are the landowners. And that is how it's supposed to be. We have cocoa board. Why can't we have a board for nuts?
Okay.
So yes, it's doable. It's so doable. Government just need to show leadership, and that's all.
So that's for palm. You're also talking about rubber.
Yeah. Well, the potential is there. It was our second most significant export commodity in the 1800s.
Okay.
So I asked, where is it?
What happened to rubber?
What happened to rubber?
So our history tells us that at least for palm and rubber, we have an advantage.
Exactly.
We can do well with those.
Exactly. You see, today, for example, we are doing well in terms of cocoa prices. We are doing well in terms of gold prices. But do you know why the budget review fell short for about 43% in terms of the revenue target for the first half? Because the expected $73 a barrel for crude oil was not achieved.
Okay.
Crude oil prices had fallen below $70.
Okay.
And so we couldn't meet that target. So the fact that one commodity is helping to hold us up, or two commodities are helping to hold us up, there are other commodities that are failing in terms of price targets that we had. And that is why I kept saying that we need to broaden the base.
Okay.
And if we want to employ our youth, the only way is to broaden the base of our economy.
Okay.
And automatically, everything, look, every region should be noted for something.
Okay.
Every region.
Every region should have an.
Should have. And that is why I feel pained that it looks like every land in Accra is meant for buildings.
Because even the areas that you think can do with agriculture are all down.
Oh, they are all now going up with buildings. People are selling one plot. Are we correct? So assuming there is a situation and Accra is cut off, how are we going to feed ourselves?
You see. So every region should have a crop that it is identifiable with.
Exactly.
But
there must be an industry, a huge industry. We are not talking about this 1 and 2 kind of. There must be a huge industry in every region.
And that's possible?
Very possible.
Because Nana famously mooted the one district, one factory based on your competitive advantage.
It's not about, you see, that was not linked to anything.
Okay.
You just get up and speak, say something, and then that's it. That's what happened. Now, assuming the eastern region takes on palm,
okay,
and everywhere in the eastern region is about palm, and all the industry relating to palm are situated there, right? I mean, are you saying that the people in there will not find jobs, will not find work? They will have to migrate towards Accra? No. Because trust me, what is holding up people out there is Galamsey. Because they are making more than they would have made here in Accra. And so they are good to stay there. Just that it's being done irresponsibly.
Okay.
Right? If it's about gold, then get a gold hub somewhere. Let the industry sit somewhere. Let the refinery sit somewhere. Let the things of gold, you know that if I come to Ghana and I want to trade in gold, I want to do this, I want to have a feel of gold, I have to go to this destination. If it's about rubber, and Western region will take on rubber, then so be it. Let's do it in that manner, that every region should be strong in something. If we want to turn Accra to a commerce center, so be it. Let's do that.
Okay. So aside, because you've mentioned rubber, you've mentioned palm, is there any other? Because recently, I don't know if you heard about rice glut.
Well, you see, what's our real potential in rice?
But we seem to be doing quite well.
Hold on. If you have a low-hanging fruit, like palm, rubber, and so on, why you have not developed the bauxite sector into the aluminium sector. I'm asking that all these things are things in the past we've done before.
Okay.
We probably made mistakes and what have you. We can learn from them. We can go back to it. These are low-hanging fruit. Let's go pick those ones up first. That is not to say leave rice out. I am saying that let's just make it favorable for anybody who wants to go into rice to also go into rice. If you want rice to be the main thing in around the Volta region, why not do it?
Okay.
You know, this 2026 budget must be giving meaning to something that was promised in the 2025 budget. That's a 24-hour economy, and then the Volta corridor, the plantations or something that was mentioned in the budget of 2025.
Okay.
There must be a clear direction towards that as to where it's going to be taken to. You know, it can not be a promise again.
There must be clear
direction, achievable, implementable.
The government must be clear on what we're doing in 24-hour economy. We're doing the Volta River,
Volta corridors,
Okay. So you want to hear a bit more, so some clarity on that.
Yeah.
But there's one thing that the government is spending a lot on, is building our trunk road infrastructure with a big push.
Under the big push.
Yes. Is that a great idea for you?
Yes, it is. Once it is linked to trade, and I think that is the basis for this big push, that we must connect Accra to all the other regions, and the roads must be good and all that. I think we are seeing that the Tema road towards Aflao and all that, and we are looking at the eastern corridor roads. We are also looking at the one leading to the central region, western region, and all that. It is good.
That's a good one for you.
That's a good one.
And looks like they're spending billions in that and ready to commit a lot more resources to it.
Yeah, we must get done with certain things, but more importantly, we must also re-engineer this economy.
Re-engineer the economy.
Exactly.
Okay.
You see, when you are giving, this is to have access.
Okay.
So if people can have access to the coastline or our ports, and others can have access to the interland, it is all about trade.
Okay.
Now, is a trade based on what? Raw materials.
Okay.
Or value addition.
Okay.
That is what we must ask ourselves. What is going out through our ports?
Okay.
Are they things that have real value?
Okay.
Have we added some values to them before going out? Or it is the same old story? And the things that are coming in, are they things that necessarily we need?
Okay.
For that matter, we cannot produce here, and therefore we need. Those are the questions we should start asking ourselves. And we should go to the details. It's no longer about these talks. If we mean business in transforming this country, we must be detailed about it.
Okay.
We must be very conscious about the things we are doing. That look, it will open up. We are committing money to it. But the things that would have access to these routes that we spend billions should bring us more value, more income.
Okay, so now moving from that and talking about, because there's the matter of the local economy, we are seeing a lot more movement of funds to the assemblies. They've been told what to do. What do you make of those steps being taken? There's a lot more from the common fund. You know, typically there's this idea of the common fund spent centrally, and you really don't have, but that money is going directly to the assemblies. What do you think?
Let me tell you something here, and let me be very frank with you. the current structures of our local assemblies, I don't believe in them.
You don't believe in
I don't believe
the
in
structures
the
we have.
structures we have.
Why?
It has not improved anything.
Our assembly structure has not improved anything.
I'm just short of saying they are useless.
What is the problem for you?
Well, everything they are doing is a problem. Now, let me take not because of anything personal or whatever. This is purely, and I want people to just let us go beyond these things. I mean, can you tell me that any assembly you will call on understands its own local economy?
Whether the assembly, so let's assume we are in Ablekuma Central.
Yes.
So the question is whether the Ablekuma Central Municipal Assembly understands the local economy.
Exactly. Do they know the trade that goes on, the volume of trade that goes on in this economy?
Why is that important? Because there are many things that happen beyond.
Have you ever heard their budgets being read?
No, I've never heard the assembly budget before, but they do.
Have you ever heard their budgets published?
No.
Have you ever heard about a revised budget or performance or non-performance of their budgets?
No.
Then what is the use?
How do you think assemblies should run if they are to be efficient?
Well, it should be run like any other places. Why are we still taking tolls? Have you gone to any city, any modern city, and you see the assemblies, because they also have local assemblies, taking tolls before?
As in moving from market to market and taking which tolls are
tolls that never gets to the coffers of the assemblies. It goes into individual pockets. And we should not pretend we do not know. Assemblymen selling lands. Municipal assembly just selling lands. Lorry parks are being turned into apartments and trade centers. And you tell me they still have a use?
So as far as you're concerned, assemblies cannot do anything for us.
I said I'm just short of saying they are useless.
See, and I'm asking, what do you think can be done to turn that around?
Well, it's a caliber of people. The entire structure must be looked at again. Look, the assemblies should have a finance minister.
Somebody responsible for, okay.
Somebody responsible for agric.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So a place like Ablekuma South.
Okay.
They have a sea. They have fisher folks there.
Okay.
Right? Do you have anybody who is responsible for the agric sector of that local assembly? And what has been his budget? What are the initiatives being taken there to improve the lot of the fisher folks there? Do you know of any?
But they also serve as structures for the decentralization. For example, assemblies sometimes house maybe the birth and death registration.
They house?
Yes.
Oh, say now.
Like a one-stop shop for everything that you need.
So I'm saying it can be more.
Okay.
I don't see how we are not taking city tax in our central business district.
City tax?
Yes. Why do you take those? You go anywhere, Amsterdam, everywhere. You buy anything, you pay 1% city tax.
It goes to the
assembly. Look, I am saying that the revenue collections do not end up with the assemblies. For the assemblies to have those for the proper use of those revenues. The leakages have been reported by the Auditor General's report severally.
Okay.
Nothing has been done about it. I mean, if you listen to the parliamentary committee on what they call
Public Accounts Committee.
The Public Accounts Committee, you see some of the things that goes on with assemblies. It's a jungle. Some of the stories when you hear, they are very wild. The things they do. I don't see it. I don't see the essence of it. What's the relevance? No, you tell me that this assembly has turned around the local economy. Just give me one assembly that has turned around the local economy.
It's taking us to 20 minutes past 10 here in the studio because the question you're asking, I don't know. But we need to wrap up. A few things. One thing, though, what the minister has communicated on the matter of the VAT.
Yeah.
You've been talking about a review.
Yeah.
The review of the VAT. The minister says we're reviewing to get rid of the COVID levy.
Not just that. It shouldn't stop there. As the COVID levy, we should scrap this thing of a sales tax in terms of the levies.
Okay.
The cascading aspects of it.
Okay.
I mean, it is inflationary.
Okay.
And therefore, we are not just expecting. For me, I'm not just expecting the 1% going off.
Okay.
For me, that's nothing.
Okay.
I'm expecting the sales tax aspect to be moved more to reflect as an indirect tax for the final consumer to pay.
Okay.
And not for it to become a cost
on the
businessman.
Okay.
And then again, the consumer pays that cost. An additional sales tax again is charged again to the towards the consumer.
Okay.
I think that's mostly unfair. And there is also something that has to go off our books. It's irrelevant unless somebody can prove to me that it has actually made an impact. It was a lazy thinking for somebody to say that for 3 years, depending on the industry you are in, if you are not making profit for 3 years, and for 5 years for some other industries, pay 3% of your revenue as tax. Where on earth has revenue been taxed under any direct tax system? How can you tax income? I'm setting aside your expenditure. I am not minded about how much you spend.
Okay.
But who is managing the inflation in this country? Who is responsible for the economic environment? So if the economic environment does not sit well and businesses make losses, you are saying that you are not allowed to make losses beyond 3 years. That section of the internal the income tax arrangement is illegal.
It should be taken off.
It should be taken off. It shouldn't be there.
I see. Let me conclude by asking you, and I'm sure you've paid attention to this finance minister, his first budget, the media budget review. Can you say concretely what you anticipate he will do?
Well, I think that clearly he would come and show us more more strength in checking expenditure.
Okay.
And then he would also make attempts in using the economic environment today to push up revenues.
Okay.
However,
push up revenue as in you're expecting some new taxes?
Yes, we are not expecting new taxes.
Okay.
I don't think it is prudent for now to bring in new taxes.
Okay.
What I think is that the economic environment actually make gains for a lot of our companies, our industries.
Okay.
A lot of gains are being made in terms of exchange.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore, you would anticipate that income tax revenues should go up, company tax should go up a bit.
Okay.
So I think it may be pushed up a bit higher than what historically has been done. I think he would have to remain very prudent on our oil sector.
Okay.
And then we would have to look at the VAT regime. The moment we do the right things there in terms of cutting down, taking off the COVID, and then moving the sales tax off to a more indirect tax for the final consumer, I think we should anticipate more BRICS businesses at the port, and then we should also look at volumes going up at the ports for us. I think in terms of that, we can be very certain about it. We also have to be very conservative with how we look at our reserves today, because things can also change into the future, and therefore, although we are enjoying a certain grace for now, we should be minded about what we project in terms of our reserves. Our reserves are up because of the gold thing and all that, and we should be minded about making more and more, creating more buffers for 2027 and 2028.
Creating more buffers for 2027, 2028.
Yeah.
Those are the times where we will be paying a lot of debt.
Exactly.
I see. Well, Nii, thank you. Thank you
You're
as
welcome.
always. And Nii will be back next week. We'll have a conversation with him on the budget as will be presented. Then we'll talk about some of his observations on that. And this is only because I'm up to this time because today is budget day and I can't give you a much more extended discussion on the budget. My time is up.
Right.
DJ Kofi takes over. A big thank you to Nii Yarboi Annan, who's a financial analyst. And a big thank you to you for your comments, for your calls, among others. We are very, very grateful. We are looking forward to the budget that will be presented at 2 p.m. by Finance Minister Honorable Keso Ato Forson. Up next, DJ Kofi.
Hey,